Okay, so what about One Nation? I think it's 1 in 4 Generation X men now supports the party. We've seen the personal popularity of Pauline Hanson and Barnaby Joyce rise too. What's behind this and how does this change the landscape?
Yeah, we've seen a big increase in the polls for One Nation. In the polls that we were seeing in December last year, right at the end of the kind of political year, they were regularly polling about 17%. There was a few polls that had them on 18%, which is very high. It's at the point where if that was to happen in an election, there would be a number of seats where they could potentially win. They would have a big impact on a lot of electoral contests. So we don't know if that's going to be what happens in 2028, the time of the next election. But right now they are very popular. That there seems to be some increase in personal popularity for Hanson and Joyce, but they remain very divisive figures. And I'm like it's not like it's much higher than people like Greens politicians or other politicians in general. But yeah, they are seeing a big increase. What's really interesting is when you try and apply those votes to a seat level. Labor is still in a very solid position, but it causes absolute havoc in Conservative seats. It means that there's a lot of seats where maybe the coalition falls into third place and then their preferences elect One Nation for that seat. We've never seen a minor party poll 17 or 18% at a federal level, so we don't really know how that would play out. But I think if they were to get that kind of vote, they would start to be competitive in a lot of lower house seats.
Obviously a little while away from the next federal election, but which seats are you going to be keeping a close eye on when it comes to One Nation's support growing?
Yeah, I think they are primarily seats where the coalition is currently very strong, or at least they were in May. Regional seats almost entirely, although Andrew Hastie's seat of Canning, which is sort of an outer suburban Perth seat, was on the list. Right now, it doesn't look like Labor is in danger of losing seats to One Nation, I think, in seats like Hunter. But the problem is we don't have a lot of data on how preferences would flow in a race where One Nation is competitive. And right now, Labor's primary vote is still holding up. So what's effectively happening is on the right wing of politics, One Nation is winning a bunch of seats, but Labor on these figures would probably win a similar result to what they won in May 2025. So I think it is mostly those regional seats, a lot of National Party seats or regional Liberal Party members. Frankly, that's most of what the coalition has left that they haven't already lost, but it would mostly cause havoc in those kind of electorates.
And Ben, we're just running out of time, so just want to get a quick answer on South Australia and Victorian elections this year. Labor or Liberal win?
Labor looks very, very strong in South Australia. Victoria looks a lot more competitive. It's an old Labor government and that I think the coalition does have a chance of winning there, but it's going to be really close and the coalition has some things against them that are going to make it harder.
Okay, so you're predicting potentially a Labor win there, but we'll have to wait to see. Still a while off, that's for sure. Now, politicians...
It's going to be an interesting year.
That's it. I'll be watching it very, very keenly. Ben, thank you so much for your time.